All right, everybody. Welcome to the 135 Community Webinar. My name is Brian Frazier. I'll be your presenter for this evening. I'm glad everybody could make it to the call tonight. It's always good to see people take interest in what we're doing. If you're new here tonight, then I just want you to bear with us and take notes if you need to. But you'll have an opportunity to be able to ask questions at the end. If you're here, if you've been here before and you've seen this before, then no problem. Hope that you can see something tonight that you might not have seen before. But if so, then just bear with us and go along with the ride here. The 135 community is something that is fairly new. Matter of fact, it is pretty much new, I should say. We've been around now going on 5 weeks now, and we think that we really have a process here that I think that people can grab hold of if they can, put their minds around what we're doing here. We're going to take you through a process that the concept of it is very old. It's been around for a long time. It's really nothing new. All right? But the process in which we're going to utilize this concept is fairly new. I think it's probably something that you may not have seen before if you haven't already seen the presentation before. And so with that being said, I want you to kind of pay attention if you haven't seen this before, so you can kind of get the gist of what we're going to do here. Like I said, it is a little different than what you probably have seen in the past, especially if you're a networker. It's going to be different than any other networking type of venture that you've ever seen. So kind of want you to kind of put your networking cap to the side and kind of take a look at the process that I'm getting ready to show you, because it is a little different. Okay, and let's make sure that you can get the background all taken care of here. All right, if you're not muted, please make sure that you're muted so we can have a clean call, and we'll get an opportunity for everyone to ask any questions or any comments that you may have. If you're on the phone, just hit *6 and it should mute you out. If you're on the computer, just hit your mic. Make sure your mic is muted, and you'll be good to go. Okay? All right. So the 135 community, one of our main goals I should start out with is that we're here with this community. Our main focus is to rid ourselves of debt and to get rid of, to wipe out poverty within our communities. And I don't take that lightly. I'm very serious about that. That's a very big problem, not just in our own communities and in our country, but around the world. And so it's almost like a disease. And so we need to rid ourselves of this debt and this poverty that's been going on probably all of our lives. And so it's been going on so long, it's obvious that something has to be different. Something has to change, and that change is going to have to be different. And we feel that the process that we have here with the 135 community is that difference that we're looking for. All right? And so that's why we want to present this process to you. All right. Now, to let you know ahead of time, there's no website to go to with this process. There's no software to keep track of anything that we do here. Everything is going to be contingent on you. It's going to be contingent on the community as a whole. Okay? So we are it. All right? There's not much technology to deal with this. And that's done on purpose. There's a reason for that. All right? But before I get into all of that, one of the first things that I want to do before I get into anything else is I want to go over something real quick. I want to show you what the 135 community is not. All right? Because it's been through my experience that any time that you try to invite somebody into something or quote unquote recruit somebody into something, the first thing that comes to people's mind, oh, you must be talking about one of those pyramid things. And so what I want to do is I want to dispel the myth that anybody may have in their mind, especially if they're looking at this for the first time, that we are not a pyramid scheme. And so to do that, I'd just like to go over a brief definition of what a pyramid scheme is. If you want to get a more detailed definition of what a pyramid scheme is, you can go Google pyramid scheme and it'll give you a big, elaborate definition of what a pyramid scheme is. But here I just want to show you that a pyramid scheme is a fraudulent system of making money based on recruiting an ever-increasing number of investors. And the key word here, of course, is investors. The initial promoters recruit investors who in turn recruit more investors and so on. The scheme is called a pyramid because at each level the number of investors increase. Now the bottom line here is that when you have investors, of course, quite naturally, investors are looking to invest their money to get a rate of return on their money. All right? And so whenever you're an investor, and you're involved in any platform that's dealing with investing, then you have to go by the rules and guidelines that's set up by the FCC, okay? And in a pyramid scheme in particular, that particular platform is when investors get involved in that platform, who's ever running that platform, they take in the money from the investors. And the last investors that come into the platform, they take a portion of that money and they give it out to the first people that came into the platform, investing their money. And they give a portion of that money to those first investors, making them believe that they have some type of return on their investment. All right? That is a fraudulent action. That is a money game. That is a pyramid scheme. All right, and that is frowned upon on the FCC commission. All right. You don't want to get caught up in anything like that. And I wanted to point that out initially because that is not what we are here at the 135 community. All right. For some reason, and for whatever reason, there's several reasons really, but for whatever reason there may be, most people think that any time that they get involved with anything where they have to recruit somebody or invite somebody, they lump it to a pyramid scheme when it's dealing with network marketing, gifting platforms, or any type of donation plan. That's the first thing that comes to people's minds. Most of the time they don't even know what a pyramid scheme is. But that's the first thing that comes to their mind because they have to bring somebody in. And most people don't realize that they're really thinking about is a pyramid structure, okay? But they lump it into a pyramid scheme. And so they get all confused about what that really is. And seeing most people don't realize that the pyramid structure that they're thinking of is really on their own jobs that they work at. And so, because every job has a pyramid structure. Every job. From the government all the way down is a pyramid structure. So, so it's just a matter of, people understanding what structure they're in. Right? And see, with network marketing, that's a pyramid structure too, but it's just a different type of pyramid structure. And so, the differences between the two are very vast. So, that's the thing that people need to realize. So I just wanted to point that out real quick. I'm not going to go over that and belabor it, but I just wanted to let people know, if you're here for the first time, just to let you know that this is not a pyramid scheme. There's no investments here in 135 community. All right? No investing. Matter of fact, as we go along here, you'll find that really money is really no issue here with the 135 community. It really isn't, right? Because we really, as I go through this, I don't want you to really focus in on the money. Now, I'm saying that, but you will in some ways focus in on the money. But that's not my focus, because the money will automatically come as we go through the process. Right? Money is not the issue here. It's going to be our mentality is going to be the issue here, on whether or not you can comprehend the process and stick with the process. That's going to be the main thing, because as you see this process, you'll see just how simple and easy this process is. But now, by me saying that the process is simple and easy, it's even easier to mess this process up for yourself. Okay? Even easier. All right. So, and you'll see what I mean as we go through this. Now, there's a certain characteristics that I want to point out to you that each individual that comes through this community are going to either have coming in, or they're going to develop as they go through this process. Right? And these are characteristics that I think are very pertinent to being able to take this process through fruition. And that is, and you're going to hear me say these words several times as we go through the process. And one of them is honesty. Okay? It's going to be very important to be honest going through this process. Integrity, if not more important or just as equal than honesty, is having integrity as you go through this process. Commitment. All right? Commitment is very, very, very vital, because the whole goal here is to rid ourselves of debt and to wipe out poverty within our communities. And if you're committed to doing that, then that's going to be a driving force for you. And then we have discipline. If you can stay disciplined to the process, no matter what happens as you go through this process, if you can stay disciplined, because it's really easy to fall off of this. It's very easy. Like I said earlier, as simple and easy as this process is just as easy, or not, if not more easy, to mess this up. Right? So discipline is going to be the key. And so if you can garner those 4 attributes right there, then I think that anyone with those attributes can become very, very successful through this process and help build this community to where we need to get it, to where we can get rid of debt and wipe out poverty within our community. All right? So with that being said, let's get into it. Now, the first part of this process is what we call the Family Dollar donation. It's a dollar donation. All right? And there's only 2 things that you need to do here, starting out. Of course, to have $1. That's all, $1. Like I said earlier, money is not an issue here. All right? $1. If you can get $1 and give that to the person that invited you, then you can get involved in this process. Right? And the second thing is, you want to be able to get 3 people that you can invite into the process who can donate $1 to you. That's it. That's the bulk of what you have to do. Okay? Is to be able to give $1 to the person that invited you, and be able to bring in at least 3 people that can donate $1 to you. And that's it. Now, in this process, we only donate the $1 or any donations that we do will only be done on a Monday or a Thursday. A Monday or a Thursday. That is done on purpose because we want to keep it organized. We want to keep you organized. We don't want everybody trying to donate every day because it can get very confusing. So if we donate on a Monday or a Thursday, then everything can run smoothly. Only on Mondays and Thursdays. Okay? So now, the one thing I always point out, Albert Einstein says that the eighth wonder of the world is compound interest, especially when you're dealing with money. Compound interest. If you can learn compounding, then you can go to a whole nother level. All right? And so the way, to describe compounding and the way, the analogy that I use is taking a penny and doubling that penny every day for the next 30 days. And I really encourage you to get a calculator and do that. Take a penny and double it every day for the next 30 days. That means take a penny today. The next day, take 2 more pennies, add 2 more pennies. The following day, add 4 more pennies. The following day, add 8 more pennies, and so on and so forth. And do that on a calculator. By the time that you get to the 30th day, you would have built up $5.3 million, starting with the penny. Starting with the penny. That's the effects of compounding, where you can compound a penny in 30 days to $5.3 million. It doesn't seem possible, but when you actually do it, it'll amaze you. It still amazes me all the time, even just talking about it. So what we're doing here in this process, starting with $1, what we want to focus on is compounding people. Compounding people. Because money is no issue here. Because you can walk down the street and $1 falls out your pocket and get home and notice that dollar is missing out of your pocket, and you will barely think twice that you lost that dollar. Okay? So money is no issue here, even though we're donating $1. But if you focus on compounding people, now imagine what that does with $1 donation. You see what it can do for a penny. Imagine what that can do with $1. Okay? So now, with the Family Dollar donation, we're donating $1 every Monday or Thursday of any week. You're going to donate that dollar to your inviter, and you want to bring in 3 people, at least 3 people, that can donate $1 to you. So now today is Thursday, so let's say you just came in today, you donated $1 today. So by Monday, you want to have 3 people that you can bring in to the process who can donate $1 to you. Okay? So now we do that. We go to the donation day 1 for you. Donation day 1, you got your 3 people on the next donation day, which is on Mondays or Thursdays. And those 3 people all donated $1 to you. So now you've received $3 from those 3 people. You're going to take $2 that particular day, and you're going to donate those $2 to the person that invited you. Now you're going to keep $1 for yourself, so now you have your $1 back. This is what I call playing with house money. If you're in a casino and you gambled $1 and you got your dollar back, now you're playing with house money. You've lost no money at this point. No money to lose. Okay? So now we go to donation day 2. Now the 3 people that you invited, they invited 3 people come donation day 2, which is on a Monday or a Thursday. And now those 3 people, they've received their $1 from the 3 people that they invited. So therefore now they're taking $2 each and donating that to you. So now you're receiving $6. Out of that $6, you're going to take $4, and now you're going to donate that to the person that invited you. Now you have $2. You're going to keep $2 for yourself. Now you've accumulated $3 in your first week. Okay, in your first 2 days in this process, you've accumulated $3. All right. So now you're going to take that $3 and you're going to upgrade it to the next process, which is the $3 cash tripler. So you're going to take that $3 now and you're going to donate that to the person that invited you in the cash tripler process. Okay. So now at this point, you're in 2 different processes. You're in the dollar donation process, and you're in the cash tripler now. Okay. So you're in 2 different processes. So now we go to donation day 3. And donation day 3, which is on a Monday or Thursday, the 3 people that you invited, now they're going to send you $4. So each of them sends you $4 each. That's $12 that you take in. You're going to take $8 of that, and you're going to donate that to the person that invited you. And now you're going to keep $4 for yourself. That's a total of $7 that you have accumulated from the $1 process. Total of $7. But now this third donation day in the $1 process becomes the first donation day in the cash tripler. So now the 3 people that you invited now, they upgrade to the cash tripler. So now they send you $3 each. That's $9. So now you're going to take $6 of the $9 and you're going to donate that to your inviter, and you're going to keep $3. So now you've got your $3 back that you previously donated earlier. So now you've got a total of $10 that you've accumulated to this point within the 2 processes. Okay? So now we go to donation day 4, which is on a Monday or Thursday, and the 3 people that you invited now are sending you $8. That's a total of $24 that you receive. You're going to take $16 and you're going to donate that to your inviter. You're going to keep $8 for yourself. Now that's a total of $15 that you've accumulated in the $1 process, bringing you to $18 to this point in the process. And keep in mind, the only thing that anybody's giving up in this process is $1. That's $1 one time out of pocket. That's it. So money really is no issue here. Okay. Now, in the 4th donation day for the $1, it becomes the 2nd donation day in the cash tripler. So in the cash tripler, your 3 people now are donating to you $6 each. That's $18 that you take in. You take $12 of that and donate it to the person that invited you in the cash tripler, and now you're going to keep $6 for yourself. Now you've got a total of $9 that you've accumulated just in the cash tripler. That brings you to $24 altogether to this point. But now that you made it to this point, you've got $24 that you brought in through donations. What you're going to do now, because the community is 135 community, so we did the $1 donation, right? That's the 1. The $3 cash tripler, that's the 3. And so we're going to take $5 now and enter into the $5 freedom process with just $5. That's 135, 1, 3, and 5. So now you're going to take $5 and send that to the person that invited you. So now you're in 3 different processes: the $1 process, the $3 cash tripler, and now the $5 freedom process. All 3. Okay, so now this is where we got to kick in: honesty, integrity, and be committed to getting rid of debt and wiping out poverty. And most of all, staying disciplined to this process. This is what we want to do. Okay? Money is not the issue here. Remember, we're playing with house money at this point, right? Okay, now, the 5th donation day. The 5th donation day. Remember, we're only donating on Mondays and Thursdays. The 3 people that you invited are now sending you $16 each. Okay? $16 each. That's $48 altogether. You're going to take $32 and you're going to send that to your inviter. You're going to keep $16 for yourself. That's a total of $31 that you've accumulated just in the $1 process. That's a total of $40 to this point. Okay? But now the fifth donation day in the $1 process becomes the third donation day in the cash tripler. And so now the three people are now donating to you $12 each. That's a total of $36. You're going to take $24 of that $36 and you're going to donate that to your inviter in the cash tripler. That's $12 you're going to keep for yourself. That's a total of $18 just in the cash tripler, bringing you to $52 now to this point. But now the third day in the cash tripler becomes the first day in the $5 freedom for you, to where the three people are now sending you $5 into the $5 freedom, which is $15 altogether. You're going to take $10 and you're going to send that to your inviter, and you're going to keep $5, which now you have your $5 back that you previously donated. That's a total of $57 now that you've accumulated through all three processes at this point. Okay? Honesty, integrity, and commitment, meaning committed to getting rid of debt and wiping out poverty. And as long as we stay disciplined to this process, there's no reason why we can't get to this point right here. Okay? Now, day 6, donation day 6. The three people that you invited now are sending you $32 each. That's $96 altogether that you receive. That's $64 you're going to take out of that, and you're going to send that to the person that invited you. You're going to keep $32 for yourself. That's a total of $63 just in the $1 process. That's up to $89 now to this point. $89. And all you did was $1 one time out of pocket. That's it. House money, right? Money is no issue here. Nobody's losing any money in this process. None. Okay, and you're up to $89 in the 6th donation day. Now the 6th donation day in the $1 process is the 4th donation day in the cash tripler. So now the three people are now donating to you $24, which is a total of $72. You're going to take $48 out of that, send it to the person that invited you. You're going to keep $24 for yourself. That's $42 that you've accumulated just in the cash tripler. That takes you over $113 to this point. But now, quite naturally, the 4th donation day in the cash tripler is the 2nd donation day in the $5 freedom. So now the three people are sending you $10 each. That's $30. You're going to take 20 of that, send it to your inviter. You're going to keep 10, and now you've accumulated $15 in the $5 freedom, bringing you to $123 altogether. Okay? $1, one time out of pocket. That's all you started with. That's all you did. Okay? Now, going to day 7. Remember, we're only on Mondays and Thursdays. Mondays and Thursdays is donation day, D-Day. The three people are now sending you on this particular day $64 each. That's $192 that you're taking in. You're going to take $128 and send that to your inviter. You're going to keep $64 for yourself. That's $127 that you've accumulated just in the $1 process. That's $187 to this point. Okay, $187. All right, in just what is that? 1, 2, 3, 3.5 weeks. $187. Now, the 7th day of the $1 process is quite naturally the 5th day in the cash tripler. So now the three people are sending you $48 each. That's $144 that you take in. 96 of that you're going to send to your inviter. $48 you're going to keep for yourself. $90 altogether just in the cash tripler. That takes you over $235 that you've accumulated. Now the 5th day of the cash tripler is the 3rd day in the $5 freedom. So now that's $20 that you're receiving from the three people. That's $60 altogether. You're going to take 40 of that, send it to your inviter. You're going to keep 20 for yourself. That's 35 in the $5 freedom. That's $255 to this point. Okay? I hope you're seeing how this process is going now. Okay? You see now honesty, integrity, and commitment to ridding yourself of debt and getting rid of poverty within our communities. If we stay disciplined to this process, there's no reason why this can't happen. See, the process is flawless, I'm telling you. We have to develop the mindset to stick to the process. It's a mindset, right? Because money is not the issue. We've established that. Okay. D-Day 8, Donation Day 8. Remember, Mondays and Thursdays. The three people are now donating to you $128 each. That's $384 that you're taking in. $256 of that you're going to send to your inviter. $128 you're going to keep. That's $255 just in the $1 process. Okay? $255 just in the $1 process, taking you over $383. And all anybody ever gave up was $1 and immediately got the dollar back. So really, nobody's really giving up anything, are they? Okay? And I like to point out here, too, that the only people that you're really dealing with in this process is the person that invited you and the three people that you invited. That's it. Those are the only people that you have to deal with. All right? So now the 8th day of the $1 process becomes the 6th day of the cash tripler, the $3 cash tripler. So now the three people are sending you $96 each, which is a total of $288. That's $192 that you're going to take and send to your inviter. You're going to keep $96 for yourself. That's $186 just in the cash tripler that you've accumulated. That's over $479 now to this point. But now the 6th donation day in the cash tripler becomes the 4th donation day in the $5 freedom. That's $40 each from the three people. That's $120. You're going to take $80 of that and send it to your inviter. You're going to keep $40 for yourself. Now that's $75 altogether in the $5 freedom. That's over $519 that you've accumulated to this point from a $1 one-time out of pocket. Money is no issue in getting involved in this process. Nobody's losing anything. Donation day 9. Donation day 9. Okay? Monday or Thursday. Monday or Thursday is donation day. The three people are now sending you $256. That's $768. You're going to take $512 of that and you're going to send that to your inviter. You're going to keep $256 for yourself. That's $511. That's a total of $775 that you've accumulated. Okay? Nobody's giving up more than $1 throughout this whole process to get started. The 9th day of the $1 process becomes the 7th day of the cash tripler. The three people are now giving you $192 each. That's $576. You're going to take $384, send that to your inviter, keep $192, and you have a total of $378 you've accumulated just in the cash tripler. That's over $967. Unbelievable. Nobody's lost any money. None. The 7th day of the cash tripler is the 5th day in the $5 freedom. That's $80 each from all three. That's $240. You're going to take $160, send it to your inviter. You're going to keep $80. That's $155 just in the $5 freedom. That takes you over $1,047. Honesty, integrity, and commitment, and most of all, discipline to stick with this process. It's very easy to mess this up. Very easy. Because it ain't but $1. Okay? Donation day 10. This is 5 weeks into the process. 3 people that you invited are sending you $510. That's $1,536. $1,536. Okay? You're going to take $800 of that and send it to your inviter. You're going to keep $736 for yourself. That's $1,247 in just a $1 process. Okay? $1, one time out of pocket, brought you $1,247. Compounding at its finest, right? That's over $1,783. $1,783 to this point. Now, on the 10th donation day, 5 weeks, the end of 5 weeks, that's going to be the 8th donation day in the cash tripler. In the cash tripler, that's $384 from the 3 people. That's $1,152. $600 of that you're sending to your inviter. You're going to keep $552 for yourself. That's $930 that you've accumulated just in the $3 cash tripler. That takes you over $2,335 in 5 weeks from a one-time $1 out of pocket. The 8th donation day in the cash tripler is the 6th donation day in the $5 freedom. That's $160 from the 3 people. That's $480. You're going to take $320, send that to your inviter. You're going to keep $160 for yourself. That's $315 that you've accumulated just in the $5 freedom process. That's over $2,495. Okay, in 5 weeks. 3 different processes. $1, one time out of pocket. On the 11th donation day, Mondays and Thursdays, that's it, Mondays and Thursdays, the 3 people are now sending you $800 apiece. That's $2,400. You're going to take $1,000 and donate that to your inviter. You're going to keep $1,400 for yourself. That's $2,647 that you've accumulated just in the $1 process. Okay? Honesty, integrity, and commitment. Right? That's what it's going to take. Now, that's a total of $3,895 in 5.5 weeks. From a $1 one time out of pocket. Now, the 11th day of the $1 process is the 9th day in the $3 cash tripler. The $3 cash tripler, the 3 people are now donating to you $600 apiece. That's $1,800. You're going to take $1,000, send that to your inviter. You're going to keep $800 for yourself. That's $1,730. That you've accumulated just in the cash tripler. That takes you over $4,695. Okay? In 5 weeks. The 9th day of the cash tripler is the 7th day of the $5 freedom process. That's $320 coming from 3 people. That's $960. $640 goes to your inviter. You keep $320. That's $635 just in the $5 process, taking you over $5,015 cash money. Cash money in 5 weeks. And all anybody ever came out of their pocket with was $1. Money is no issue here. All we're doing is building a team, building a community. Now watch this. On the 12th day, donation day, Monday or Thursday, at the end of 6 weeks, the 3 people are now going to send you $1,000 each. That's $3,000 that you're going to take in. You're going to take $1,000 and send that to your inviter. You're going to keep $2,000 for yourself. That's $4,647 that you've accumulated just in the $1 process. That takes you over $7,015 in 6 weeks. Unbelievable. Now let me point out something here. You've received $4,647 just in the $1 process, and out of all 3 processes, you accumulated over $7,000. Do you understand the type of team that you have built here? Okay, the kind of community that you are building here. These are the people that you have in this team that you've got here are all leaders. These are leaders. Because if they make it to this position, okay, if these 3 people make it here to give you $1,000 each, do you understand that these 3 guys are leaders? These 3 people here are leaders. And you can go anywhere with this team in any program and dominate. Make sense? Just dominate. Money is no issue. Money is no issue. Now the 12th donation day in the $1 is the 10th donation day in the cash tripler. Watch this. The 3 people are now donating to you $1,000 each. That's another $3,000 that you're going to take in. You're going to take that $1,000 of that, send it to your inviter, and now you got $2,000 that you're going to keep. That's $3,730 just in the cash tripler. That takes you over $9,015 to this point. Now let me point out something here. At this point, at the end of 6 weeks, in both of these processes, the $1 and the cash tripler, once you have reached this level where the 3 people are giving you $1,000 each, you no longer donate on Mondays and Thursdays from this point on. You will only donate $1,000 of the $3,000 that you take in on Tuesdays of every week. So that means you will keep $2,000 every Tuesday from each of these processes. $2,000. So that's $2,000 in the $1 process, $2,000 in the cash tripler. That's $4,000 a week that you'll be receiving by way of donation. Okay? Honesty, integrity, and commitment of getting rid of debt and wiping out poverty. And being disciplined to stick to this process. There's no reason why you can't make it here. Okay? The 10th day of the cash tripler is the 8th day of the $5 freedom. So on the $5 freedom, the 3 people are now sending you $640. That's $1,920 altogether. You're going to take $1,000 of that, send it to your inviter. You're going to keep $920 for yourself. That's $1,555. The next donation day, which is taking you to 6.5 weeks, those 3 people are now going to send you $1,000 in the $5 freedom process, which is a $3,000. You're going to take $1,000, send that to your inviter, and you're going to keep $2,000 for yourself. That's $3,555 that you've accumulated just in the $5 freedom. And at this point, just like the other 2 processes, you're going to take $1,000 every time you receive $3,000, and you're going to donate that on Tuesday of each week. No longer on Mondays and Thursdays, just on Tuesday. And every Tuesday, you're going to keep $2,000 from the $5 freedom from that point on. So all 3 processes now, you're receiving $2,000 from each process, which is a total of $6,000 a week. Honesty, integrity, and commitment to get rid of debt and wipe out poverty. This can be a very powerful thing if we just be disciplined enough to stick with the process. And no matter what happens, stick with this process. There's no reason why this can't happen for anybody that gets involved in this process. Why? Because money is no issue here. Remember, we're playing with house money. See, and if we can get our minds to get away from the money and just build a community, the money will automatically follow. Automatically. That's the concept we need to stick with in our minds. Because the dollar is no issue. Everybody's got a dollar. It's just a matter of can they go through this process without giving up, without straying away from it. I hope this makes sense. See and understand, there's no software to go to. There's no website to log into. Technology has no play into this. This is all you. This is all the community. This is all your team working together, being honest and having integrity to do what it takes, being committed to getting rid of debt and wiping out poverty, staying disciplined to how the process works. If we can do that, there's no reason why this can't happen. Because numbers don't lie. The process is flawless. The only thing we have to deal with is our own mentality. Right? Now, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Okay? Because, see, the only people that we're really dealing with here is the person that we're donating to, the person that invited us, and the 3 people that we invited. But if we got to keep it real, because there's no guarantee that these 3 people are going to have the right mindset, the right character, to have the honesty and the integrity and the commitment to do what it takes to do this. We don't know that. So it's best to do what? Go get more than 3 people. To go get more than 3 people. So if you may have to go get 3, 5, maybe 10 people to find these 3 people that will have the honesty and the integrity to do what's necessary, the commitment to want to wipe out poverty and get rid of debt, and to stay disciplined to this process. So you may have to go get 10 people. Not a problem, because guess what? It's only $1. Money is not the issue. Yeah, I hope this is making sense to you. Okay? Because all you need is 3 people to do this. Now, if you have more than 3 people to do this, that's even better. Why is that? Because you only need 3 people to be able to donate to the person that invited you. Anything other than the 3 people that does this process right here to fruition, that's donating to you $1,000, guess what? You keep all of that money past the 3 people. So if 5 people donated $1,000 to you, the only thing that you're giving to your inviter is $1,000 for any of the 3 processes. So in the $1 process, you have 5 people donating $1,000. You give $1,000 in the $1 process. If those same 5 people donated to you in the cash tripler, okay, you give $1,000 to your inviter. And the same 5 people donated to you in the $5 freedom process, you give $1,000 to your inviter. So now it even makes even more sense to invite more than 3 people, right? This can be powerful. This can empower you and the team and the community that you build. And if everybody can attain this level, can do this, can you imagine how we can get rid of debt, get rid of your own debt, first of all, and help others to get rid of their debt and to help wipe out poverty within your community. I've always said that if you had 20% of the people in your community where you live at right now, wherever you live at, if 20% of the people in your community was cash strapped and debt free, you can control your own community. You can dictate to the local officials in your community what you want done. They work for you. See, now you can flip the script on them. Instead of them telling you what to do, you can tell them what to do, okay, with power in your voice. Because no one controls you anymore. You're in control. Understand the power that you have by getting yourself out of debt and helping others in your community get out of debt. That's power. To whereas if this was being accomplished today, right now, this shutdown would mean nothing to you as it pertains to the monetary portion of it. Okay? This is what we're dealing with. And because we don't have a website to go to, there's no software, we do it all ourselves, there's nothing for anyone that gets mad at us for doing what we're doing to help one another. There's nothing for nobody to shut down. Because trust me, the powers that be, or the powers that think they are, they are not going to like this. They don't like people being free. Trust me. So what we suggest that you do is get some type of spreadsheet or whatever that you can keep track of your donations. Okay? Because we're keeping it real. It's not going to be as flawless as the process is. We're not. We're not as flawless as the process. So it may take us, okay, if it takes you, instead of 6 weeks or 6.5 weeks, if it takes you 24 weeks, would it be worth it? If it took you a year to get 3 people to donate $1,000 every Tuesday, would it be worth it? If it took you 2 years to get 3 people to donate $1,000 every Tuesday, would it be worth it? Because how many people are making this right now? How many people bringing in over $6,000 a week right now? And all you had to do was donate $1 one time out of pocket. This is what we're dealing with here. Okay? We can do far more ourselves than the stuff that we've been pushing all our lives to get back in control of the way it's supposed to be. Now, let's do this. The 135, we have the process guidelines. And quite naturally, the first thing that we have here is honesty. Okay? You need to have honesty. That's going to be very important. Because if you receive $3,000 from 3 people, you got to be honest about what you're doing here. And integrity. I think integrity and honesty kind of go together as it pertains to this. Because you have to have the honesty and the integrity to get $3,000 cash money and give $1,000 to the person that invited you. Okay? Because how many people in their minds want to just walk away with that money and say, forget about my inviter? Honesty and integrity. And if you develop the commitment to get rid of debt, your own debt, and to help people get out of poverty, because it's one thing to get this money, it's another thing of what you're going to do with it. Where there's people around you that's hurting. Okay? and then have the discipline to stick with the process to its fruition. If you can do that, if you have these traits, I'm telling you, it'll change your whole mentality and your whole consciousness. You'll be a whole different person. Now, all donations should be done on Mondays and Thursdays. That's why I constantly said that. It keeps you organized. It will be ideal to keep an accounting of your donations you receive on a spreadsheet or a ledger to keep organized of when it comes in and from who it comes from and what amount you received. Okay? Once you receive the same donation from any three people, it will be required to send donation to your inviter for the required amount for that particular donation day. Now there's a note here. If you do not receive all donations from three people, you will wait until you have all three from. Wait a minute. You will wait until you have all three before donating to your inviter. Meaning you wait till you have all three donations for that particular dollar amount before you send a donation to your inviter. And this could fall on a different donation day other than the day that it was supposed to be on. Okay? That's just part of the process. Because everything is not going to work perfectly. We understand that. Okay? Although it is not required, it would be in good practice to invite more than three people to the community to enhance the possibility of getting your three donations for any particular donation day. Okay, it just makes sense because you don't know what an individual is going to do. We can kind of predict what a crowd of people will do, but we don't know what an individual will do. And then, if you receive donations from more than the required three for the required amount for any donation day, and your donation to your inviter was sent, then all excess donations stay with you. So if you receive 5 donations, okay, as long as you got the first 3, you can send your donation and the rest stays with you. When you get to the point that you start to receive $1,000 from at least 3 people that you invited, you should be honored to donate $1,000 to your inviter. Because without the person that invited you, you would have never been a part of this process. You should be honored to give them their donation. Now, if you receive $1,000 from only 1 or 2 of the people you have invited, the right thing to do is to donate a minimum of 1/3 or $300 of each donation received. Meaning that once you receive $1,000 from someone that has made it to that level, made it to that position within the process, you received $1,000, and let's say all 3 of your people didn't do that yet. Maybe you only got 1, maybe you only got 2 that have done it. Well, then you can't send $1,000 to your inviter until you received all $3,000 from the 3 people that you invited. So if you've only received 1 or 2, then the right thing to do is take 1/3 of that $1,000, which is $300, and send that to your inviter, and you keep the rest. All right. Now, once you start to receive all 3 donations, then you should donate the full $1,000 to your inviter. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Honesty, integrity, and commitment, and staying disciplined to the process is the key. Okay? That's what it's all about. Now, anybody that does not have the guidelines and the charts that you've seen, then you can email at the 135community.unity@gmail.com. and I can send you all the information that you need, okay, if you haven't gotten it from your inviter. We also have a YouTube channel because these calls, these webinars are recorded, and you can get a copy of these webinars on our YouTube channel. The YouTube channel, the name of the YouTube channel is the 135 Community. So you can put that in the search in YouTube, and you'll go to the YouTube channel that we just developed, and you can get any of the presentations that we've done for the 135 Community. Okay? We're here to help. We're here to help. We have to be the ones to do this ourselves. We can't be looking for governments and corporations to help us. We have to come together as a community and help each other. We have to change our mindset. We need to come together as a community. Okay? So I'm going to start rattling here. And what I'm going to do is I want to open it up for anyone that has any questions, any comments about the process itself. Please just unmute yourself, come forward if you have any questions at all. Ask your question, any comments, because, you know, this process is, like I said at the beginning, it's a very simple, easy process. Money is no issue. Money is no issue, as you can see.
How do we unmute ourselves? You
got it. Just hit the mic on your computer, or if you're on the phone, hit *6, and it'll open you up. You have a question, Mike?
Yeah, so we can invite people from all over the United States?
All over the United States. You can invite people from different countries if you want. It's totally up to you. Because one thing I probably did not mention is, however your inviter wants to receive their monies, that's between the inviter and the person that's sending the donation. You can now. Well, I normally use Cash App starting out. We use Cash App to start out with, okay? But you can use whatever, you know, processor that you like to use. You know, it could be, you know, Cash App, it could be Bitcoin, it could be any cryptocurrency, it could be any other type of payment processor. It's up to the individuals involved, okay? But we are trying to get, there's a payment processor that I'm trying to get to where we can use, that everybody will be able to use, and it's an international processor that comes with a debit card and a cryptocurrency wallet attached to it. Okay? It's an international debit card. And I think it is going to be very, very powerful once we can get that. So we just have no control on when we can get it. So at this point, you know, just use whatever you can use, whatever you're comfortable with using. Because you're only donating to one person anyway. So whatever you choose to use is up to those two individuals. Any other questions? Any questions? Any comments? I hope everybody understands the process. Yes. Who is this?
Okay. This is David from California.
Yes, David. Yes.
My question is, so basically on Mondays, we would be making 3 separate donations, right? I mean, not separate, but 3 donations for that day.
Yeah, it depends on which part of the processes you're in. If you're in just the $1 process, then you would just make 1 donation. If you're also in the $3 cash tripler, then you would make 2 donations, you know? So it depends on if you're in all 3 processes at that particular time, on that particular day, then yes, you would make 3 donations. Yeah, that's only if you received the donations from the 3 people that you're receiving donations from.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you so much.
All right. All right. Yeah, we want to make sure everybody understands the process. We don't want to make this difficult. We want to keep it as simple as possible. All right.
How you doing this evening? Kevin.
Yes, sir.
Kevin here. I was actually, you answered my question, but I chimed back in just to tell you that I truly believe this is an awesome concept. Some people might look at it a little different, but I like the way you went over and said that, you know, it's got to be the mindset that you see of the community. And and George Blair invited me. But the thing was, I didn't look at it right away due to I thought it was going to be like one of those things again. And when I looked at it from beginning to end, it really, I started listening to it. I said, oh, one of these again. But when you listen to the whole presentation and get to the end, it's a very different concept, somewhat brilliant if you ask me.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a little different than what we're used to, you know, and it's all about mentality. It's all about because the money is no issue here. That's why I try to take money, even though all I'm showing is money, but I try to take the money out of the equation as far as getting to the fruition of this whole process. Because the getting to the end of this process to where you're receiving $1,000 from 3 people, that's all about mindset, not about the money.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for the question and the comments.
Absolutely.
Yes. I think this is very, very powerful. When I first seen it, I couldn't believe what I was seeing, because this is something that I've been talking about for years and just never seen it in this way. And when I seen this process, I said, oh no, we're taking this to a whole nother level now. And I don't care how long it takes. I don't care. Okay? Because it's a way to change the mentality of the people. We're caught up in the job mentality. We're caught up in the take what I can get mentality. Okay? And what we need to get into is the giving mode. We need to be into the giving mentality. Give it away. Give yourself into abundance. That's what this is all about. And so we can change our mentality, because I'm a firm believer that whatever you put out into the universe, whatever energy you put out into the universe, you get back in abundance. So if you put the wrong thing out into the universe, you're going to get the wrong thing back, and you're going to get it in abundance. Because the universe don't discriminate. Whatever you give it, it's going to give it back. And money circulating within a community, when everyone in that community touches that dollar 7 times within a community, that community becomes inherently wealthy. Inherently wealthy. And we don't have to depend on governments and corporations to do anything for us that we can do for ourselves. We just have to learn how to come together and work together, and get rid of the jealousy and the envy and the dog eat dog mentality. That's why things are the way that they are now. Because everybody wants to take. Everybody's taught to take instead of giving. But don't let me get on my soapbox. Any other questions, any other comments about the process itself? I really appreciate you guys coming and taking a look at the process. Again, if you need any of these things that I just showed you, don't hesitate to email at 135community.unity@gmail.com, and I can send it out to you. And our YouTube channel is the 135 Community on YouTube. All right. This the recording of this webinar will go out sometime tomorrow evening. On our YouTube page. On our YouTube channel. All right. So all videos that's done every Mondays and Thursdays, we're here. On Mondays, we're here at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on Thursdays, we're here at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you need the webinar schedule, just send an email. We'll send that out to you as well. And you'll be a part of the email database, so anytime I send out an email, everybody will get it. Okay, so if there's no other questions, no other comments, I appreciate everybody coming to the call. Hey, tell anybody that you can about what we got here. This is a different animal. They may think they know what this is until they actually take a look at it for themselves. And so
I'm 100% proof of that. Trust me.
All right. Yes, sir. And I mean, it's going to happen. It's going to happen because it's a lot of things out here. It's a lot of programs, a lot of platforms out here, which is good because we need them. We need them. But this is a different animal. This is something that will change your mentality, uplift your consciousness, and keep us moving in the right direction to where we can get rid of poverty and wipe out debt. That's the goal here. Okay, and we can't do it alone. We can't do it alone. So we need some soldiers. And this is to turn people into financial soldiers, community soldiers. Because anybody that you get that eventually donates $1,000 to you, you've got a leader. And you got a leader for life. And you can go and attack debt and wipe out poverty together like it's nobody's business. So I appreciate everybody coming, and I thank you. And we'll be here on Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good night, everybody. Have a great night. Be safe.